Так, всем привет, всем здрасте, всем добрый вечер. У нас новое прохождение. В смысле, я пропустил обучение? Нет, назад. Лучше с обучения начать. То я не помню, честно говоря. Здорово, Паш, привет.
A city on the verge of greatness. A new type of city, based not on the man, but on the automobile. The car. The symbol of freedom and vitality. Where every man can own his own home, and have room to breathe, and not be overlooked by his neighbors. A city where a man's home is his castle. A quarter acre of the dream made possible by victory. A city of opportunists. A city of dreams. Where Hollywood will shape the
Как дела? Да ничего, потихоньку, спасибо. Выходные нормально. Как у тебя?
A city of pioneers. A city of dreamers. A city of undercurrents.
Здорово, Димский, привет.
Where not everything is
Добрый
as it
вечер.
seems. A 20th century city that will become a model for the world. A city that has no boundaries, that will stretch as far as the eye can see. In the Marine Corps, you deal with the chain of command. Mistakes get made, but you deal with them. You know what you're fighting for, that you're on the same team. But dealing with corruption is like chasing shadows. You never know whether the guy you're talking to is
Здорово, Артур.
or whether it's your partner, or maybe even
В
the
бассейне
watch
был.
commander.
Вам открыли бассейн уже?
So who do you trust, Cole? I made up my mind a long time ago.
KGBL calling caller 14 Adam. 14 Adam, come in.
Ты в итоге
KGPL.
в баню попал или нет? Паш?
Detective, an ambulance shooting at 6th and Industrial Street. Unit 16 William requests uniformed assistance for an evidence search. 14 Adam, code 2.
Roger, 14 Adam en route.
Давно открыли уже?
Here we go again. They don't request uniforms for an evidence search unless there's some kind of catch. Ever the optimist. From the beam of sunshine himself.
Так, ну нам без спецсигналов написали, можно видеть. Тихо. Блин, надо привыкнуть немного к физике. Упарился, это хорошо. После бани вообще как заново родился. Да, я видел, смотрел.
Floyd Rose, homicide. You might back up?
Yes, sir. Phelps and Dunn, Wilshire Division.
We had a shooting took place down this alleyway. We have the Vic, Scooter Payton, a Negro male bagged up and on his way to Central Morgue. Witness says a tall white guy, our shooter, put two in the Vic's head and then threw his piece. I need you guys to try and recover the gat.
You want us to look anywhere in particular?
Give it your best shot, guys. The dead guy's a lowlife. I'm not expecting any miracles here.
And if we recover the weapon?
Bag it and return it to technical services.
You hurry it up, Floyd. We
I'm
got
outta
places
here.
to be.
Happy hunting.
Сейчас будем искать оружие убийства на месте преступления.
This is a fist hump. Just going through the motions.
Probably right. Let's just get it over and done.
All right, have it your way. We'll search right up to the back wall. If you still don't come up with anything, come find me and we'll talk it out. Two heads are always better than one.
Так, тщательно просчитывайте местность на предмет наличия улик. А я могу там, как мне, допустим, залезть куда-то там?
Look at this junk.
Так, там что-то нашел напарник.
It's not my job to pick through other people's trash.
Пойдем проверим. Музыка затихает, если все улики в данном месте обнаружены.
What have you got, Phelps? Anything?
Звон колокольчика, вибрация контроля, символ луча, звуковой индикатор помогут вам в расследовании, включив их, вы усложните свою задачу.
I tell you, I'm jinxed. I always get landed with this crap. Jesus. Cole, come take a look at this.
Так, осмотреть предмет. Бутылка нам вряд ли пригодится. Здорово, Сань, добрый вечер. Привет, привет. Чё, как ваши выходные, как праздники? Рассказывайте. Нормально все? Все живы-здоровы? Так, нажмите, чтобы посмотреть историю с заголовком. Давай.
Dr. Fontaine, could I have a word?
Of course, young man.
I really enjoyed your lecture, Doctor. Psychiatry seems to have a tremendous amount to offer.
Why, thank you. I'm always happy to receive acknowledgement for my work. The mind is the last great mystery in medicine. Are you thinking of specializing, Mr.
Sheldon, or Courtney Sheldon. I'm only in second year, Doctor. They fast-tracked me a year because of my experience during the war.
Ah.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Battle fatigue and collapse under duress. Can it be helped?
I would say yes, given the right set of circumstances. Trauma forces the mind to close down, retreat in on itself. We try to find ways to unlock the mind again through a combination of therapy and drug treatment. Hypnosis and therapy are powerful tools in the right hands, Sheldon.
I've been to visit some of the guys at the VA hospital. A good friend of mine, he's so far away. It's like he's wandering
You
around.
went through a lot together.
Yes, Doctor.
Give me his details and I'll make a prognosis. I have a number of clinics in Los Angeles, Courtney Sheldon, and your penance, for your friend's help, is to come and work at one of them in your spare time, with what little spare time a medical student has. Is that a deal?
Is it ever? I can't thank you enough.
I'm not promising a cure, Courtney. I want you to remember that.
Как вам мимика лица
Every physician has patients that he cannot hope to
у
cure,
персонажей?
for whom he can only smooth the path to death.
Так. Тут что-то может быть? Нифига тут нет. Так, у меня там друг какое-то пятно крови, по-моему, нашел. Вернее, напарник. Так, тут что?
Don't think this is anything.
Так, не думаю, что это важно.
Advice?
Have a good look around. It could be anywhere.
shooter put him up against the wall and blew his brains out.
Hell of a way to go.
Doesn't really matter how you go once you're gone.
Don't get all deep on me, Phelps.
Ralph, there's something on the rooftop.
How the hell did you see that?
A reflection in the window. Looks like it might be our weapon. I'm gonna see if I can find a way up there.
All right, don't hurt yourself.
Так, отражение. Мне надо на крышу теперь как-то попасть.
The gun's up on the roof, right? So we need to find a way up.
Все верно. Так, подойдите к водосточной трубе, чтобы подняться. Ага. Я думал, лестница есть какая-то.
What kind of chumps do these homicide guys think we are?
О, нашел. Здорово, Диман, привет. Да-да-да, новая.
How you doing, Cole?
Smith & Wesson, serial S71893. Two rounds fired, and instead of dropping it down a drain, our shooter hoists it up here. Interesting guy.
We should follow up on this now, before the perp tries to leave town.
Так, я не знаю, я все нашел, не все нашел. Сейчас еще по дороге попробуем что-нибудь найти.
We have the gun, Cole. Let's take it back to Central. We could get a commendation.
Could show some initiative, Ralph.
Пушку мы нашли.
See if we can come up with an owner.
That's a long shot, Cole.
It's a pretty fancy gun. You know a local gun store?
Sure. There's a place a couple of blocks from here.
Как отсмотреть оружейный магазин? Мне кажется, что я что-то упустил. Музыка-то играет, а сказали, типа, должен затихнуть, когда все нашел.
No harm in doing some digging. The suits didn't seem to give much of a damn.
Such a little Boy Scout, Cole. You can't wait to get out of that uniform, can you?
You'd rather round up drunks and help old ladies across the road?
Диман, как дела? Как праздник? Жив-здоров.
Fine, Ralph. You worry too much.
Так, здесь я, наверное, вряд ли что-то...
Wake up, Cole.
Ты чё, проснись-то, я в отличие от тебя улики ищу.
Wake up, Cole.
Нашел пистолет и все думает. О, крыса что ли бежала?
Wake up, Cole.
Да заколебал ты, проснись, проснись. Короче, ладно, а как мне блокнот-то... Ага, вот блокнот.
Wake up, Cole.
Люди, улики, пятно крови и револьвер. Больше ничего у нас нет. К сожалению. Заказная игра? Не, не заказная. Просто решил пройти. Просто когда я ее проходил, она мне очень понравилась. Тем более это от Rockstar игра. Там плохих не бывает. Мало вообще кто знает про эту игру. Не, я не видел. С Челябинска. Да я и не смотрю. У меня тут в Москве нормальные заторы. Так, оружейный магазин. Нажмите А или Д. Поехали. Место на карте нам показано. То есть мы нашли пушку на месте преступления. Сейчас мы едем в ближайший магазин оружия, чтобы посмотреть, кто ее приобретал. В принципе, все логично пока, да? Привет, Андрюха, привет. Взаимно. С прошедшими праздниками тебя и вообще вас всех. Все нормально. Так и задумано было. Тихо. Не, ну это потому что я без спецсигналов. Я думаю, если я спецсигнал бы включил, тут, по-моему, машины расступаются и пропускают. Меня, кстати, нормально слышно, игра не громко. Это можно потише сделать. Блин, вроде он сказал в паре кварталов. А мы что-то... А, ну вот мы приехали уже. Спартак купил все-таки, правда, да, я видел сегодня ролик. Все верно, мирного неба. Так, я пошел, короче. В двери с золотыми ручками можно войти. Отлично.
Officers Phelps and Dunn. Can you tell us anything about this gun?
Smith & Wesson, Model 27, registered Magnum. Chambered for .357, nickel-plated with pearl grips. Same gun used by General Patton.
You're not suggesting he's the owner?
No, I'm not.
You seem to know a lot about the weapon.
I ought to. I sold it. You know, this piece will stop a rhino. These babies are only available special order. Here's my Smith & Wesson order book.
You mind if I take a look?
Be my guest. This is about something bad, right?
Так.
Model
Открываем.
27 with pearl grips, Cole. You see it on there?
Нам нужно открыть. Найти улику. Револьвер Смит Вессон. Серийный номер S71893. 71893. Так, ищем, короче. Вот. 71893. О, нашел.
We're in luck. Errol Schroeder, 203 South Glass
Errol
Street. Ordered
Schroeder.
the gun in February 46.
Thanks,
Всё.
you've been a big help.
Имеется адрес.
Anytime. Always happy to help out the LAPD.
Do we call it in?
Теперь
Let's see
по
if he's at
адресу.
home. Owning the gun doesn't prove he pulled the trigger.
Okay. In for a penny, in for a pound. Lead the way, Gunga Den.
Погнали на квартиру. Да, Антоха фиг его знает, в каком он сейчас состоянии вообще. Готов он тащить или не готов?
Now that wasn't so hard, was it? Just because we're in uniform doesn't mean we can't use our initiative.
I guess so. Seems a little too good to be true. One-of-a-kind murder weapon bought locally using a real name? If Schroeder's our shooter, he's no criminal mastermind.
Most of them aren't. That's why they get caught. 2 out of every 3 crimes are done on impulse.
Another fact from the Phelps
Как проект.
Encyclopedia of Thin Air. You really are full of it.
Ага. Мне, короче, на мост на этот надо попасть как-то. Да. Глушака точно. Именно его нам и не хватает. за сколько вы купили-то промиса в итоге? За 8? Я знаю, что контракт на 3,5 вроде. А какая там сумма трансфера и зарплата, я не в курсе. Зарплата, по-моему, 3,5, что ли? Или 4? Фиг его знает. Так, мы на месте. На квартиру. 8,5, понял. Игра как будто мафия, но тут получше даже. Так, тут свободы действия как бы нету. Тут город в основном как декорация выглядит. Но тут анимация и мимика лиц, она вообще на уровне, на высоком. Я такой игры еще не встречал. Тут прям вообще она все проделана большая работа, так сказать. Так, нам вообще куда идти-то? А, вот. С золотыми ручками дверь, можно войти. Осмотрите почтовый ящик, чтобы узнать номер квартиры подозреваемого. Шрёдер, вторая. Квартира номер 2. Погнали. Так. Здрасте. Открывай.
What do you guys want?
I'm Officer Coul Fелпс. This is Officer Dunn, Wilshire Division. You're the owner of a Smith & Wesson Model 27, nickel-plated with pearl grips?
I might be. What of it?
Then you'll be surprised to know that Scooter Payton was murdered tonight with your gun.
You're out of your mind. Scooter? He works for me. I have that gun here in my drawer. What the fuck is going on here?
You're under arrest, Schroeder. Cuff him, Ralph.
No way. You're not taking me down for this.
Ё-моё.
You ready, Tom?
Фига он напарника убрал. Хорош. Вырубил.
Ralph, you all right? I'm fine. I hardly felt it. He's lucky he caught me off guard.
Обыскать квартиру Шрёдера. Если вы попадете на место преступления или в другое важное место, начинает играть. Так, музыка. Тщательно прочесывайте место на предмет наличия улик. Хорош. Уработал его просто. Но это на опыте. Какие-то фамилии. А это что, номера IP? IP-адреса, что ли, или что? Тогда компьютеров не было еще. Я просто не знаю, что это такое. Что это может быть? Ну, фамилия и 3, 12, 46, 20. Что это такое?
List of names and a series of numbers. Floyd Rose's name is in this book.
Floyd
Phelps,
Rose.
we can come out of this all bright and shiny with a commendation. Or stick our schlongs in a hornet's nest. Call it in, partner. And leave the book where you found it.
Officer Phelps, badge 1247.
Пароль от сейфа, где деньги? Кстати, возможно. Ну, вряд ли столько сейфов. А это у него флешбеки, короче, пошли военные. Как он в армию служил.
You dumb fucking sons of
Здорово,
bitches,
Сосёк,
get this
добрый
right
вечер.
now before I lose my temper.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
Прошедшим
Excuse
праздником.
me? Fuck you. You say another word and
Как
I'll break
дела?
your fucking head
Как
and have you in the
выходные?
brig.
Some of us are here for...
I know why you're here, asswipe. I'm having a bad day, Private. Some people don't seem to want to get on this bus.
I didn't ask for your help.
He didn't ask for your help. Can you believe this guy? Who are you two? Abbott and Costello?
We're here for OCS, Sergeant.
So it's the three fucking stooges and you're here for OCS. God help this fucking country and the USMC. The Japanese will do the world a favor and kill you quickly. All three of you are on report. What are your fucking names?
Phelps.
Kelso. Merrill.
Any other gentlemen for OCS? OCS is at Elliott. You take the Camp Elliott bus over there. This bus is for MCRD. This bus is for men who want to fight.
А, да, у тебя же сегодня это, День независимости Эстонии. Поздравляю.
Well, you picked the right place, Cole. A city that needed an honest cop like a thirsty man needed water. You'd heard the stories, but you weren't interested. You were here to fight the good fight, solve cases, right wrongs. The force is like politics. There's no sitting on the fence. You have to choose sides. A brown paper envelope or a Greyhound ticket to Palookaville. It could only ever end one way.
All units to 211 in progress and shots fired at Westlake Savings and Loan.
Так, ограбление и перестрелка.
West 3rd Street. Unit to handle identified code 3.
We'll take that. It's only a couple blocks from here.
14 Adam calling KGPL. We'll handle the 211.
Roger that, 14 Adam. Be advised, suspects are armed and dangerous.
Так, преступники вооружены и очень опасны.
14 Adam en route.
Задержать грабителя. Поехали. Так, это послевоенное время, там 46-й, 47-й год. Лос-Анджелес город, если что. Так, просто, чтобы вы были в курсе. Ё-моё. Так. Ё-моё. Я так не попаду, наверное. В голову. Зараза. О, попал. У вас выходная сегодня? А, у них? Ну, по-любому, если там... День независимости Эстонии.
Use the cover, Phelps. We don't know how many are in there. Take it slow.
Так, подкрепление скоро прибудет.
Backup will be here soon.
LAPD, put down your weapons. The bank is surrounded. I'm offering you a chance.
Chance, copper. You coming closer?
Не, ну я предупредил. Это на плойке игра? Нет, она есть на плойке, но я играю на ПК. Игра вообще суперская. Мы сегодня такие простецкие миссии пройдем, потому что там футбич сегодня, Аталанта Реал. Лига Чемпионов скоро. Как бы для затравочки сегодня, а завтра продолжим. Блин. Хорош, все, есть. Сверху, что ли? Надо спрятаться, погоди. Ага, все. Смотри, напарник мой убил его. То есть не всех я должен был. Кто-нибудь играл? Кто играл, плюс поставьте в эту игру.
Lieutenant Hopkins says anytime you reach for the shotgun, you're either going to end up dead or wearing a citation. So I guess
It's okay, Ralph. You did well in there. Glad you had my back. Man couldn't ask for a better partner.
Мимика лица вообще, да? Обалдеть. Игра то ли 11-го года, то ли 12-го, я не помню. Опять флешбеки пошли. На этих флешбеках, собственно, и завязано сюжет, так сказать.
You have to survive at first, Cole. Here are the veterans. The Japs love to shoot officers.
If I can make a name for myself in this war.
Нет, за грабителя не...
Thinking of taking on a company of the Emperor's finest single-handed? You don't seem the Sergeant York type to me.
When I need your opinion, Kelso, I'll ask for it.
They talk about officers like you in boot camp, Cole. They call it the Custer syndrome. Guys who go around dreaming of fame and glory and getting all of their men killed in the process.
Our duty is to lead.
And their duty is to die for your wonderful future?
Правда, он вряд ли будет играть это.
Coul Felps and Jack Kelso. With some people, it's as simple as chemistry. Two guys who should have been friends, but their personalities got in the way. Phelps, a good guy, but wound way too tight. And Kelso, a quiet man who could never walk away from a fight.
Да не, ну в Лиге Чемпионов, я думаю, они подсоберутся.
Well, it's a shame you don't like to talk about it, Cole.
Ralph, friends who want to stay friends don't discuss religion or politics. And in my case, you can add the war to that.
I know that bum. Wendell Bowers. I put him away before he jumped parole. Get after him, Phelps. I'll head him off in the car.
Wendell Bowers! Stop! LAPD! You can go screw yourselves.
Стоять!
Watch it!
He's hiding in the alley! Bowers! Hold it right there!
Stop
now,
or I will shoot. I won't tell you again, Wendell.
Jesus, Dunn! Watch your fire!
Don't want to do this, Wendell.
Прикольно, да?
Get down from there right now.
Give it up, Wendell!
Stay the hell away from me.
На, ногой мне. Каблуком в голову.
You fucking asked for it.
Не, ну тут понятно. Вопросов нет. Раздеться тогда раздеться.
There's no way I'm going back inside.
Вопросов нет.
I've done my time.
It's over, Bowers!
Все.
You assholes already screwed me once.
Конечно. Куда он там?
Give it up, Bowers! There's nowhere left to go!
Ни хрена себе.
Looks like we've got the place to ourselves.
Вот это он вырубил. Хук.
What you doing, Wendell? Your parole officer's feeling lonely. He's got a hole in his life for an asshole like you.
Да, он
make it
нормально
up to him
глупил.
in 10 years'
Я бы не
time.
поднялся.
Watch your head.
Наверное.
This hump will be back in the
Ну,
Iron
выглядело
Hotel by tomorrow
серьезно,
night.
так скажем.
Nice work, Cole. You run track in high school?
Главное, что я его не упустил. И
Part of
догнал.
the tradition of the Marine Corps and being an officer in the Marine Corps is the ability to make tough decisions. The right decision is not always the popular one. The right decision will get the men you care about killed. These ratings and your ability to give them frankly and truthfully directly affect your chances of successfully becoming a Marine officer. Candidate Phelps, you have the floor. Esprit de Corps, Merrill 10, Franklin 8, Weiss 8, Donahoe 6, Kowalski 6, Hudson 5, Kelso 2. Leadership, Donahoe 8, Franklin 7, Merrill 6, Kowalski 6, Weiss 5, Hudson 5, Kelso 1. Candidate Kelso!
I'm sorry, Captain, but I joined the Marine Corps to fight the enemy, not get involved in this schoolboy chicken shit.
Kelso, in my office, now!
Покупатель, будь осторожен.
For every cop, there's the case that makes you.
Сколько времени?
Gives you that leg up.
34
Gets you
минут.
recognized as the shining new star in the squad. The case that you solve that shows that you have the gumption, the gung-ho, that get up and go to make you stand out from your average rank-and-file patrolman. This could be the one, Cole.
выстрела.
LAPD, could you stand clear of the body, please? Has anyone called an ambulance?
We've called an ambulance and the police, but I'm afraid he's dead.
Okay, stand further back and move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Hey, Cole. You got here quick.
My beat crosses 7th Street.
Okay. You're first reporting then. We'll get a perimeter going and move the crowd on. You better see what you can find out before the homicide dicks show up. I'll be with you in a moment.
So what's going on over there?
Everybody stay back. Let us do our job.
2 часа это еще нормально. Я помню, мы там зависали. Больших осетров пытались выловить. Не всегда получалось. Так, надо осмотреть труп.
Daylight, crowded street. Now I've seen everything.
Так, осмотрите голову и руки жертвы. Days Gone вышел на ПК. Я что-то не слышал. Так, вроде ничего. Надо этот посмотреть, что у него тут лежит в кармашках. Здорово, Лёх, привет. Банк Аркадии. Кольцо, да, какое-то? $52. Тут ничего. Так, я осмотрел труп-то. Тут даже чуть моргает. Гильза. Спасибо, Леха, тебе. Опа.
FN Browning.
Browning.
01138. Might need to run it by a gun store.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here.
Так, точно я тут все осмотрел, а? Что-то мне подсказывает, что я не все осмотрел. Не, ну это я смотрел уже. Номер квитанции нашел это. Квитанция на товар.
C. Galetta. Layaway receipt.
Серьги с жемчугом.
Pearl earrings. Made out to Bank of Arcadia.
На плойке играешь? На плойке, вот я не знаю, у меня есть РДР на плойке и есть на ПК. Мне приятнее играть на плойке, я не знаю почему.
Can I help you, sir?
I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss. Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta. Clovis Galleta.
Так, показания свидетелей. Ну. Вопросы приведены справа. А, это нам объясняют еще. Продавщица обувного магазина, свидетель убийства Эверетта Гейджа, 27 лет.
You think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
Вам нужно решить, говорит он правду или лжет свидетель. Нажмите 3, чтобы обвинить свидетеля во лжи. Но она лжет по-любому. Смотрите, бегает, глазки бегают. Глазки забегали, все верно. Ложь.
You're lying, Miss Galetta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different?
Можете доказать, что это не так. Квитанция на товар, потому что там указано калета. Это галета, галета, калета.
Your pearl earrings, Miss Galetta. You've been paying for them for a whole year. Stop lying and tell me what happened at the jewelry store.
Oh, God! I won't lose the earrings, will I?
You could lose your freedom, you little fool, if you don't stop obstructing a murder investigation.
Mr. Kalu. Edgar Kalu. He runs the jewelry store.
Так, пошла.
He's showing me a lovely watch.
Колодца.
Mr. Gage bursts in. Mr. Kalu gets very angry with Mr. Gage, and they start yelling at each other. Mr. Gage tells me that all of the things in the store are junk, nickel-plated, made in Japan, and yells at me to get back to work.
Then what happened?
We get back here, and I hear a loud bang. Mr. Gage clutches at his back. I hear another bang, and another, and another. Mr. Gage falls to his knees.
Я пока пристреливаюсь, Сань. Так, возможно, подозреваемый в убийстве.
Which jewelry store?
Hartfield's. Broadway, between 5th and 6th.
Did you see the person who shot Mr. Gage?
Of course I did. Mr. Kalu looked very angry. He kept firing the gun. He kept pulling the trigger. He threw the gun in a bin and turned and walked away.
Если вам кажется, что свидетель лжет, но у вас нет доказательств, выберите сомнения. Опять вон что-то скрывает. Давай сомнения.
You're making me angry, Miss Galetta. Is that what you want? Tell me why Mr. Kalu shot Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage hates Jews. A lot of people do.
Осуждаем, если что. На всякий случай мы отвечаем.
How many shots did you hear, Miss Galetta?
It's difficult to remember. It sounded like there were so many, and they were so loud.
Если вам кажется, что свидетель говорит правду, выберите истина.
I need you to concentrate, Miss Galetta. Even minor details can become important later on.
Well, there was one bang, and then another, and then 3 very quickly, close together.
Короче, 5 выстрелов.
5.
Фигово она для 27 лет выглядит.
We'll need you to make a formal statement about what happened to Mr. Gage.
Does that mean I can still collect my... Never mind. Yes, officer, I'll make a statement.
Время-то послевоенное, мало ли, может, ее там затронуло что-то. Так, все, что?
We have the murder weapon.
Жизнь
And the
потрепала.
murder.
Да.
The girl saw it all. Our killer works at a jewelry store called Hartfield.
That's a couple of blocks from here.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Tate,
Расколол как надо.
maintain the perimeter.
Так а там другое не нажмешь, это как бы обучение еще идет. Вот когда мы без обучения уже будем в отделах там разных работать, там подсказок не будет, там нужно будет самому выбирать. Так, сначала в оружейный магазин съездим. Чтобы убедиться, чей пистолетик-то. Если пистолетик окажется мистера Коул, то ему не сдобровать, так сказать. Согласны? Приветствуется. Но это в других случаях будет использовано. Так, ничего, что я тут это... По встречке. Давно начали стрим? 40 минут назад. 45. В 9. Но мы сегодня недолго. Сейчас мы обучалку пройдем. И пойдем смотреть футбич. Волына чья. Сейчас мы выясним, чья волына. Спокойно. Кто волыну обронил? Так, подожди. Куда нам? Да там, я помню, несколько отделов. Там отдел, по-моему, дорожных преступлений, отдел наркотиков, по-моему, типа отдел нравов, отдел убийств и пожарный в конце отдела будет, типа поджоги. Там 4 отдела будет. Дэн Захаров, здорово.
Officers Phelps and Dunn, sir.
Спасибо
Ghost
большое.
Division. We need you to trace a serial number.
Sure. What's the make and model?
FN Browning, model 1922. The serial number is 01138.
You don't say. Well, I didn't sell it. Europeans love them, but it's pretty rare you find one over here. Although I did have one in here a couple of weeks back.
Remember the owner?
Yeah. Kalu.
Всё.
Edgar Kalu was his name.
Есть
Thing looks like
зацепочка,
he'd never been
вторая.
fired, but he brought it in here for cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
Do you know where we can find Mr. Kalu?
Told me he was on his lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield's jewelry store just up on Broadway.
Thanks for your help.
Не, ну я просто кайфую от лиц в этой игре, от мимики. Я... Вот эта игра, там, 11-12 года, я не встречал нигде такой мимики. Да дед сам все рассказал, там даже давить не пришлось. Ему что, какая разница скрывать вообще? Не заинтересованное лицо. Сказал, как есть, что. Rockstar там вот. Ну и Naughty Dog, который Uncharted делает, и Last of Us. Так, подожди, нам надо магазин ювелирный. Все, поехали к этому. К Эдгару Калу. Будем тепленьким брать его. Пока не убежал. Где его? А, вот он. Сирену включить. Да я, блин, забыл на какую кнопку, если честно. Там подсказка, если вылезет, мы ее включим. Так, допросите от Геракалу.
Officer,
Can I interest you in a new watch?
Да, хотим часы купить.
Officer Coul Fелpс,
Обязательно.
are you Edgar Kalu?
Моя талант реал.
Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Son of a bitch! Go, Cole, go!
Hurry, officer! He's getting away!
Собака,
Kalu, get back here!
Так, используйте для прицеливания. Сейчас, погоди.
There he is. Sam?
Stop or I will shoot!
Run, or you get creased.
Electronic Arts, ну не знаю. Есть только спортивные, и то они как конвейер. И то у них просто конкурентов нету особо, поэтому... Напарник довольный такой.
And the case that breaks you. The one you never solve. The one that keeps you awake at night. The case that gnaws at your guts and ruins your marriage. The case that keeps you propping up a bar as you relive the what-ifs, the might-have-beens, the half-leads, and the half-truths.
Стреляй в колено. Да-да не, там не надо стрелять. Там просто на него наводишь, и чтобы вот этот круг дошел до конца, он типа его пугает. Воздух стреляет, и он останавливается.
God's mill may grind slowly, but it grinds finely, son. I hear it's you who nabbed our malefactor from the shooting yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Then tell me, boyo, I hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative. How would you like a chance at smiting this man with the sword of justice?
You're asking me to conduct the interview, sir?
I am, young Phelps. You've only been with us a short time and you've assembled yourself a stellar arrest record. Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from. But I'm curious as to whether you can turn your hand to interrogation. Takes a certain animal cunning, lad. Do you think you might be ready for that?
Yes, sir. I think I am.
Good man. You need many things for a conviction.
Ранчок в запасе, ну понятно.
A motive,
Я играл в последнем туре.
opportunity, hard evidence, and best of all, a confession. If you fail in the former, you can always use a modicum of violence to obtain the latter. How are you feeling, lad?
Fine, sir.
Very good. The evidence is overwhelming. May the cat eat him and the cat be eaten by the devil. Bring me a confession, young Phelps. This is your chance. Don't fail me.
Это наш шанс. Да, я тоже спать буду. Я иногда даже первый тайм не могу досмотреть.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that.
Так, понеслась. В любое время вы можете выбрать и пункт изучить улики. Ну, пока нам не надо.
You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
Ага. Своевременно использование баллов интуиции поможет время бесед. Так, интуиция... Да он лжет, потому что...
You shot Gage, and we know why.
Потому
we
что...
can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
Потому что... Потому что подозреваемый опознан.
We know all about the argument. Miss Goleta made a statement.
You're counting on the girl? You think her testimony is going to stand up in court?
You're going to the gas chamber, Edgar.
That Jew-hating fuck couldn't leave me alone. I had a sale. That girl was ready to buy.
Так, религиозный мотив появился у нас.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Опять врет. Потому что был ссора у них. Была.
You lent Gage money. He owed you payment.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Религиозный мотив.
I'm done with
В
you.
смысле
Go flap
неправильный?
your gum somewhere else. I want my lawyer. I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done.
Блин, а почему я неправильно выбрал-то?
You disappoint me, Coul Fелпс.
Блин, сейчас заново надо будет.
Get back in there and raise some lumps, boy. I need a confession.
На нас наорали. Там же был религиозный мотив, ё-моё.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for
А
it.
в основе тогда кто? Уволен из рядов, да, сразу. Так, заново. Отмена. Отмена гнева.
You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do
Мы и
with
так
me.
за идею работаем, все нормально. Так, здесь он...
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
Здесь мы выбираем подозреваемый опознан.
We know all about the argument. Miss Goleta made a statement.
Грозно, что, ну ясно.
You're counting on the
А
girl?
там другие не
You think
бывают.
her testimony is going to stand up in court?
You're going to the gas chamber, Edgar.
That Jew-hating fuck couldn't leave me alone. I had a sale. That girl was ready to buy.
Так, религиозный мотив.
You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Может, сомнения? Сомнения надо было выбрать. Во.
Parasite. You expect me to sit here and listen to your drivel?
You call me that? You sit there and you call me those names, you goddamn goy butt snatcher? You and that stup Gage!
Why did you do it, Mr.
Осуждаем.
Kalu?
Gage. He's in the Chamber of Commerce. He's in with all those momsers. He blocked every proposal I ever put forward. Kike this and kike that. He's been trying to ruin my business for years.
Edgar Kalu, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Everett Gage. I respect your beliefs and your right to hold them.
Нет, вроде еще не играл. Хотя, может, выходил на замену, фиг его знает. Какого, Коваленко, что ли, или как его там зовут, я не помню. Да-да, с возвращением.
Masterfully done, Officer Phelps. It is just, Officer Phelps. Isn't it, lad?
Yes, sir.
Then let me have a word with the Chief of Police, young Phelps. The department needs heroes. A shining, honest face the public can admire. I applaud a man with your talent for unwavering justice. Back to your duties for now, Boyle. But here's a piece of advice. Get yourself 2 suits, get them pressed. You'll be needing.
Ну все. Мы больше не патрульные. Надо отметить, ребят. Отмечаем, бухаем. Вечеринка должна быть. Простовон должен быть. Полиция Лос-Анджелеса. Заключение годен. Так, вы заслужили повышение. Готовьтесь к переводу в другой отдел. Отлично. Мы готовы. Так, мус. Сейчас я. Ну что, полчасика еще посидим. Одно дело сделаем в новом отделе. И пойдем отдыхать, футбол смотреть.
Here's your new desk, kid. You're on traffic. The hot sheet is posted here, next to the map.
What's his problem?
That's Biggs. He's an institution.
So this is what all the fuss is about. Why couldn't they build a freeway that goes past my place?
They haven't even approved the money yet, kid. The bond issue won't be till December. It'll be years before any of this will happen. Here's your new partner, Stefan Burkowski.
I've heard all about you, Phelps. You go easy on me and let me earn the odd citation.
Напарника дали.
Maybe we'll get along fine.
I'm here to learn, Detective.
Oh, he's an intense one, isn't he, Mel? Who's intense? The newly minted detective here, Coul Felps.
Hi, Phelps. I'll be keeping an eye on you.
I could spend a little time basking in reflected glory. Make a change from busting hookers and dope fiends.
Who was that, Commander?
Roy Earl,
Отметь,
chief
я отметил.
detective and advice.
Do they all dress like movie stars?
Well, Roy is a movie star. And the whole of the seedy side of L.A. is his audience.
What is that supposed to mean?
Stick with me, kid. You'll find out.
And now some housekeeping. Warm Central Division welcome for Detective Coul Felps. Some of you guys may know Phelps. He's the cop who broke the jewelry store murder. Stand up and take a bow, Phelps.
If it's all right with you,
That's
sir.
an order, Phelps.
Shh, quiet, everybody.
Phelps is one of only 2 serving LAPD officers who received the Silver Star during the war. Really gave it those lousy Japanese, eh, Phelps?
I did my best, Captain.
Why you war heroes always so modest? I've partnered Phelps with everybody's favorite Pole, Stefan Bukowski.
Hope you like work, kid. Bukowski sure as hell doesn't.
Well, that's why we have partners, right?
Okay, can it, guys. Stick with Bukowski. He's a good cop. He knows traffic inside and out. I'm gonna start you out with 1 case. Do okay, I'll give you a couple more. You screw up, you'll be rousting vagrants and running license plates. Now get down to the PE Freight Depot, 6th and Alameda. A patrolman called in a suspicious vehicle. Signs of foul play. See what you can find out.
Come on, Phelps.
Так, ну погнали. Миссию делаем. В новом отделе. Так сказать, заявляем о себе. И уходим. И уходим смотреть футбол.
They really pushed you through quick, didn't they? 6 years on patrol before I got this desk. You were here in 5 minutes.
What do you want me to say? I didn't ask for any favors.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the
Так,
radio?
выход бы найти. А, вот. Тут написано для дураков.
Only if I guarantee he walks.
Hey, don't mind me.
Нифига, машина новая.
I want to make homicide.
Не патрульная, а какая-то другая. Интересно.
You know this place? Sure. Near the old gasworks and signal depot in the warehouse district. I'll direct.
All units of 459.
Кража со взломом, ну 6-й ЦРС.
So,
Погнали.
tell me a little about yourself, Phelps. Are we friends now, Bukowski? We have to work together. Don't be so
Да
touchy.
куда ты выходишь? Ты что, гонишь?
Grew up in San Francisco. My father was in shipping. I went to college in
На чайку
Stanford.
похоже.
Did
Ну,
2
кстати, да,
years
есть что-то
ROTC
похоже.
before Marino CS at Camp Elliott. Shipped out in early 45 as a first
Так,
lieutenant.
подожди. А как включить сирену мне? Я хочу с сиреной ездить. А, наш. Да?
On
Наш.
the Okinawa campaign. I was wounded, shipped back
С
home.
сиреной погнали.
Here
Во,
on the beat.
тема реальная.
Now I'm here. So you won the Silver Star. I don't want to talk about it.
Мы
Now
же
let me get
вызов,
this straight.
мы же
You
вызов приняли.
single-handedly killed
О,
40 Japs on this hill in Okinawa.
Мужик даже букет обронил.
You were up there all night.
От нашего поворота.
Knife between your
Резкого.
teeth. Gun at the ready. You finished? The Emperor Hirohito
Да.
himself leading the charge against you. I did my part, Bukowski. What did you do? I kept the streets of LA safe for the people. Yeah. Now I get it. Unfit for service. Well, fuck you, Phelps. I earned a bravery citation during the Zuda riots. Sounds like you had it rough. I did my job. No one is saying you didn't. I did 6 years as a patrolman. That's the 3rd time you've
Просто за эти дополнительные как бы задания, если ты их выполняешь, тебе дают опыт. А опыт, с каждым опытом тебе дают дополнительный балл там интуиции. То есть если ты его выбираешь, интуицию, ну юзаешь, у тебя вот это вот где там ложь, сомнение и истина, у тебя убираются.
11 King, go ahead, KGPL.
Один неправильный вариант. И надо уже там из 2 выбрать. Ну, грубо говоря.
Up on the roof, officer. He has a mask on his face. I caught sight when he shoved past me, but be careful. I saw him waving a gun.
Так. Задержать подозреваемого.
Give it up now. Make it easy on yourself.
Get the hell away from me! Whoa! Easy! Go for your life!
Hurry! You can still catch him!
Блин, он еще отстреливается.
Is somebody gonna tell us what the hell is going on?
А, я думал, в другую сторону. Ага, нифига. Надо так ловить.
Come on, Flatfoot.
Рыло. Иди сюда, рыло, говорит.
Put the weapon down now.
В колено стреляй. Чтобы спасти Лои, вы видите второе подозреваемого.
Put your weapons down and your hands in the air. I'll do you.
Попал. Рыло, да. Ну там было так написано, рыло. Не, ну а по-другому как? Я спас заложника, я молодец, я считаю, нет? Ну, убил подозреваемого, что делать? У мастера могут быть ошибки. Так, 10 минут. Нам надо ехать на место преступления. Обыскать там все. Да не, ну сейчас-то не надо. У нас не этот самый, не срочный вызов. Сейчас-то пофигу. Ни погоня, ничего. Так, товарная станция Pacific Electric.
That you, Bukowski? Go on through. Parking lot straight ahead.
А, что я помню, я запомнил.
I need to get back to work, officer.
The detectives are here now. You repeat to them what you told me.
I did the right thing by calling this in. I'm just a working stiff.
Just give them your story and you'll be all right.
Работягу поймали. Пытают.
This is your first case, Phelps. It's okay to admit it if you're stumped. If you don't know what to do next, just come talk to me and we'll see what we can figure out.
Thanks, Stefan. You're okay.
Ты парень ничего, говорит.
I'm Officer Hart.
Phelps, traffic. What have you got?
Abandoned car, probably stolen. The solid citizen is Nate Wilkie. He called it in.
What gives with the coroner?
There's blood all over the interior. Someone's copped a full Broderick, but no stiff as yet.
We have an owner for the car?
The car is registered to an Adrian Black, just north of Bunker Hill.
All right. We'll take a look around.
I'll keep Mr. Wilkie talking, but don't make him wait too long. He's the restless type.
Mm-hmm.
Nice day for it.
Так, сначала посмотрим,
How long you gonna keep me here, sir?
что у нас.
I better get back to work, sir.
Doc? Detective?
А потом поговорим с мистером Уилки.
A lot of blood for a blunt force injury. The victim must be in a very bad way.
Any sign of the guy?
Not unless he's in the trunk of the car.
How's the world looking?
Что-то как-то многовато крови, правда. Вам не кажется?
Victim
Looks to have lost a lot of blood.
Practical Joker say it's contaminated soil. My guess, big lump of shit.
Да, ну нет, ну не монтировка же. Бойня Риверсайд. А, ну все сходится. Свинью просто забили.
Mr. F. Morgan picked up a live pig yesterday?
Джокер поработал. Так, тут вон еще что-то валяется. А Чечи?
Stenzel glasses. Home repaired by the look of it.
Адриан Блэк. $32 года.
32 years old, married. Sounds like an average guy. What was he doing out here?
А, это я повторно нажал прочтенного. Понял. Так, фоточка имеется.
Happier times, I guess.
Так, то есть это А, С, а Б где? А вон Б. Владу, здорово, спасибо большое.
I've got friends that work. How about $5
A brand name might give us something to go on.
Окровавленная труба.
All these people, vultures, officer. I heard this is a drill.
Понял.
Is that true?
Так, ну я думаю, что на этом все. Сиги. Не?
Junk.
Хлам. Питер красивый город, то правда. В Москве вся сила. В Москву ехать надо. Так, здорово.
Sir, I'm Detective Phelps.
Name's Nate Wilkie.
You found the vehicle?
Sure. Saw it just sitting there. Strange place to be parking your car. Figured I'd better take a look. And then I saw all the blood. So I called the police.
Все верно. Так. Присутствие на месте
Mind if I
преступления.
ask what you were doing out here?
Well, I work for the railway. I was on my way out to the switch and reckoned I'd take a shortcut.
Ну, наверное, правда.
Did you see anybody else in the yard? Maybe somebody hanging around the car?
Nope. I hadn't seen a soul all day till you boys turned up.
Москаль. Так, сведения
Do
об
you know
Эдриане.
Adrian Black,
Black.
Mr. Wilkie?
No, sir. That ain't a name I'm familiar with.
Врет или нет? Знакомо ему это имя? Да вроде не похож, что врет.
You ever seen the car before?
Funny enough, I did. A couple of nights ago, it was over there in the parking lot. I know most of the cars are parked here regular, so it kind of stood out.
Не врет или не врет, наоборот? Я уже ответил. Так, содержимое
The wallet
багажника.
by the car. Was there anything in it when you arrived?
You accusing me of something, mister?
Может, сомнения?
Do you want the patrolman to hold you down while we turn out your pockets, Mr. Wilkie?
Maybe I checked inside that wallet. Not that I was gonna steal anything. Maybe I took a look. But there weren't no money in there. Not even change.
Так, как
We found a
окровавленная
steel pipe
труба.
with blood on it near the car. Do you know anything about it, Mr. Wilkie?
No, sir. I went straight for the law when I saw the car was full of blood.
When you saw the blood, was it wet, bright red, or darker like it is now?
Darker, I'd say. Looked dry already.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Wilkie. We'll contact your employer if we need anything more from you.
4 из 4.
If you
Видали
have
вообще?
to, I guess. I can't really spend no more time over this.
Даже достижение получил. Высший чин какой-то.
Done here. We'll head over there now.
We're going to notify the wife. You seem to have it under control here.
Yeah, I got this.
Так вот. Лучше нельзя было сделать. Да. Не по образованию. Так у нас все так. Ну, большинство, я думаю. Мое призвание, оказывается, другое, видишь? Людей колоть. Улики искать.
620 Bunker Hill Avenue. You know where that is?
Behind Bunker Hill.
Открывай.
A couple blocks north of Central Station.
So, what do we tell the wife?
Play it by the book. There's no stiff yet, so let's see how it plays out.
Блин, опять нарушение порядка общественного.
Could be a car theft gone wrong.
Погнали.
Make Black drive somewhere lonely, then give him a tab.
Опер до Петров 38. У меня знакомый там работает, одноклассник. Петров 38.
How so, genius?
Where is Adrian? If you've gone to all the trouble to steal the car and it goes wrong, you leave the body behind, not the car. You got something.
Тихо, 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 тихо.
Doesn't add up.
Буквально, ну почти.
Did you read about the guy on the crossing yesterday?
No, what happened?
Over on Lincoln Avenue. This guy's driving along and his oil light comes on. He stops the car and gets out. He pops the hood and...
He's on a rail crossing.
Oh, you got it. He's got his head under there checking the oil, and the Southern Pacific Freight slammed into his car doing 90 miles an hour. Car came to arrest more than a mile down the track.
What a pointless waste of life.
Блин, что-то далеко.
Any Central unit of 415, possible mental case. At 7th and Flower, unit to handle code 3, identify.
Так, я на месте, не?
This is car 11K. We'll handle the 415.
11K, your 415 is at the Alamo station.
Так, систему только мы всегда в похуй. Это кто такой вообще?
You're the one who's been sending cosmic rays into my room. I'll show you. Yes, sir. You're not going to control my thoughts anymore.
Just calm down, sir.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Это кто?
Give it up, LAPD.
Погоня.
He went that way.
Ё-моё.
Damn lunatic.
Мне кажется, это кто-то из моих
Put your
подписчиков.
hands in the air.
Один из.
Don't make me chase you.
Наверх полезет.
You don't understand. Someone has to stop the Venusians.
Зараза. Ё-моё. Ты чё? Погоди. Шляпу потерял. А можно шляпу как-то взять, нет? Ладно. Без шляпы пойдем. Это я. Ну, Лёх, я напрямую не стал говорить. Так, тихо.
Farewell, cruel world!
Такое бывает. Блаженный попался просто. Несчастный случай. Что-то как-то безуспешно. Одного убил, второй спрыгнул с крыши. Ну, камикадзе, да. Отчаливаем. Я уже забыл, что там делать-то надо. Мистера Блэка мы там нашли, что-то там машина в крови. Ладно, по блокноту посмотрим. Вспомним. Он сигналы ловил с космоса. Так просто лучше ловит. Но когда портал открывается, сигнал четче, без помех. Ага. Здесь есть заезд. Блин. Цепанул немножко. Так, сколько там время? 40 минут до футбола. Но я думаю, мы успеем пройти-то миссию.
Let's go introduce ourselves. You talk to her, Phelps. I'm no good at this shoulder to cry on.
Так, это мы к жене пришли. Правильно? На допрос. Может, она и не в курсе? Сейчас нам дурку будет гнать.
LAPD, Mrs. Black. May we come in? We have some bad news.
Да, я был таким, но вылечился, Лёх.
I'm Margaret Black.
Слава богу.
We can discuss this in the living room. Please come in.
Так.
Your husband drives a blue Lincoln, Mrs. Black?
That's correct.
The car has been found abandoned, and I'm afraid there are signs of foul play.
I knew something was wrong when he didn't come home.
We believe your husband may be injured. We found a pipe on the scene with blood on it.
Oh, no! My poor Adrian!
Does the name Insta-Heat mean anything to you, ma'am?
Yes, it does. We've just had a new water heater installed.
Whereabouts, Mrs. Black?
Just outside the kitchen window, at the side of the house.
I'd like you to try and stay calm and remember everything that you can about last night. My partner and I are going to take a look around. When you're ready, we're going to have some more questions for you. Is that okay?
Of course, officer. Anything to help secure my husband's safety.
Хата отдыхает. Сейчас
Let's check the place
посмотрим.
out. Come on.
Надо
Have a
здесь
good look
все
around.
осмотреть.
There's got to be something in here to go on.
Так, где она? Где-то кран сказала. Для кухни что-то там. А, вон.
Insta-Heat.
Нужно собрать эту штуку. Каким образом? Ну давай. Тихо. Назад.
That can't be right.
Так, одна есть. Собрались. Вторая. Третья. Это куда? Четвертая. Ага, ну как раз вот это и не хватает.
So the pipe missing from Mr. Black's heater is the same one that killed him. Huh.
Все верно.
Seems like the assailant is
Труба, которая в крови была. Помните? Ее и не хватает. Так, идем дальше. Задний дворик, да? Тут, наверное, ничего нету, я надеюсь. В хате посмотрим сейчас. Это рекламный буклет. Горячая вода круглосуточная, все дела. А это, видимо, чек. Когда музыка пикает, это вроде... Тогда у меня все время пикает. Ну, видишь, она там что-то...
This was only recently installed, not 2 days ago.
Установили недавно, 2 дней еще не прошло. Так.
Kavanaugh's. So who brought this home?
Бар у Каванова.
Maybe Adrian was a patron. R&I should have an address.
Так, ничего тут нету. Интересно. Мусорки там. Газетка. Продолжение. Холодос.
Lie down, make yourself comfortable.
Нет, там нету ничего, я думаю.
So,
что нам пригодится.
Yes, doctor.
He seems very concerned about you.
I have these visions. These blinding visions. I can't get them out of my head. My skull, it feels like it's in a vice.
I'm going to give you something to calm your nerves.
Что, он ему что-то вколол? А, да.
I want to take you on a journey back. I want you to remember the good things about your past, occasions that made you laugh, times that made you smile.
Вот зараза, а. Так, опять это Кавана. Это мы видели уже, находили. Это открывается. Так, ну это, собственно, муженек, я думаю. Мы его уже видели. Люблю Николь. Николь это кто, жена? А как жену зовут?
This must be Adrian's. Stenzel. So the glasses are a match.
Mm-hmm. Сомневаюсь, что жена. Не, ну мало ли. Вокруг везде эти просто спички, блин. из бара. Так, билет в один конец. Тихоокеанская дорога какая-то северо-западная.
A used ticket to Seattle and a suitcase gone missing. Someone couldn't wait to get out of this house.
Так, мне нужно позвонить. Где еще?
Separate bedrooms, separate pictures. What gives here?
Кстати, да. Отдельные спальни почему-то у него с женой. Интересно. Так, а где у вас это самое? Позвонить-то можно. А, вот. Наберем.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Kavanaugh's bar.
Certainly, Detective. One moment. Kavanaugh's Bar, corner of Aliso and Hewitt, south side of Union Station.
Thanks, ma'am.
Спасибо. Так, ну все, пошли на допрос.
I'm all right now, detectives.
Погнали. Квитанция с бойни.
We found a receipt in the trunk of your husband's car for a live pig. This receipt was made out to an F. Morgan.
A pig? Adrian runs a tool business. That would be Frank Morgan. God knows what he's up to.
Фрэнк Морган. Так, ну, истина,
What makes you
допустим.
say that about Morgan, ma'am?
He's the foreman at my husband's plant. A very shady character. I've told Adrian he needs to keep his distance from the staff. They're always out drinking together.
Так, алиби миссис Блэк.
I think you should come clean with us, Mrs. Black. Your husband is missing, and after our search, I'm willing to call the circumstances suspicious. Can you account for your movements last night?
You're not accusing me, are you? What an awful thing to say. I was here all night, of course, waiting for Adrian to come home.
Сомнения?
The evidence is stacking up, Mrs. Black. It all places you at the rail yard last night.
I've already told you I was here all night alone. Your stack of evidence doesn't change a thing.
Походу промах.
Did your husband tell you where he was going last night?
All he said was he was gonna meet Frank for a drink.
Так.
So nothing out of the usual then?
Well, he came home early from work. He never comes home early. And he went out early, too. He normally never leaves for the bar till about 7.
Your husband frequents Kavanaugh's bar?
How did you know that? Adrian practically lives there after work.
Так.
So Adrian spends a lot of time there?
Up until recently, he's been away in Seattle a lot on business.
Tell us about the photo of Adrian in the bedroom.
What is there to tell? It's from his most recent business trip to Seattle.
Дай-ка мы попробуем интуицию. Я так и знал.
There's plenty to tell. You just won't tell it. You're lying about the photograph, Mrs. Black.
You're incredibly rude and insensitive. But I guess you know that. I've told you what I know about the picture.
Скрытое послание, это как раз в ковид. А, вот, давай здесь.
What about Nicole, Mrs. Black? Was your husband going to leave you for her?
I've seen the photo frame. He thinks I'm stupid. But women sense these things. I don't know if he intended to leave me or if it was just a fling. God only knows. I only want
Так, ну здесь мы попали. Так, футляр
Was
для
your
очков.
husband wearing his glasses when he left here yesterday?
Yes, he just bought a new pair.
Так.
Go on.
I kept telling him to throw those old ones away. He tried to repair them with tape. They looked terrible.
We'll keep you informed.
5 из 6. Ну я понял, где я ошибся. Ну почти 6 из 6. Ну, нормально, терпимо. То есть мы на правильном пути, короче. Все, счастливо. До свидания. Пошли. Нафиг отсюда.
What do you think? Let's go to Kavanaugh's bar. If Adrian was a regular, we might be able to get a new angle down there.
Да, в бар у Кавана надо ехать. Все верно.
Jesus, I'm glad you're out of there. Mr. and Mrs. Black don't seem to have the happiest home life. He's too scared to divorce her, and she's too much of a shrinking violet to throw him out. If this hadn't happened, they could have stayed miserable together
forever. Еще 23
She
минуты.
sure as hell doesn't seem the type.
После 11 не
Stranger things have
продают.
happened.
Как раз к футболу успеешь, да. Требуется подкрепление. Да блин, да вы заколебали, через 23 минуты футбол, блин, а я тут подкрепление выезжаю. Погнали. А, ну да, ты же завязал, точно. Мы же отметили дату 24.02. День, когда Александр завязал лямку. То есть ты кремень, Сань, да? Далеко-то. На другом конце города, что ли? Нафиг я принимал этот вызов. Поехали бы на место и все. Так, на месте.
Finally. We're starting to think nobody would show.
Война банд.
The 3rd Street Gang and the Diamond Street Gang. Mexican kids with nothing better to do than howl at each other. But no bloodshed so far. Shit! Hope you brought plenty of ammunition, sir.
LAPD, drop your weapons!
Минус шляпа просто. С автомата кто стрелял? Так, тихо. Здорово, все. Готово. А еще подкрепление. Ух ты, в голову попал. Все. Всех победили.
Car 11K, calling KGPL. I need an ambulance at 1624 West 3rd Street. Code 4. Shots fired and suspects are down.
У Лехи все впереди. Подозреваемые арестованы? Ну я бы так не сказал, они просто убиты. Все, поехали. Поехали по адресу. Да проезжай ты вперед-то, ё-моё. Зал остановился прямо на повороте. Неплохо было бы фары включить. О. Не-не-не, пошли в жопу со своей помощью. Хватит. Хватит на мне ездить. Пользуются тем, что я безотказный просто. Пора и честь, да? Ё-моё. ДТП. Я просто закрыл глаза на этом нарушении. Но мы все зафиксировали, правильно? Так, для себя, для галочки. Ну, приедь уже, пожалуйста, вот. Бар у Кавана. Сейчас будем выяснять.
Hey, I know you.
No, you don't.
Root beers all around, dog.
Кого-нибудь ищете? Да, ищем. Добрый день.
You know Frank Morgan?
Sure. Frank's your regular. He's a loner in the back.
В одиночестве у стенки. Понял. Поговорить с Фрэнком Морганом.
Frank Morgan?
Who's asking?
Coul Фелпс, LAPD. I understand you're a friend of Adrian Black.
Yeah, I know him.
Are you aware that he's missing?
No, I hadn't heard that. Tough break.
Так, связь с брошенным
We
автомобилем.
found Black's car abandoned in a freight depot, covered in blood. You know anything about that, Morgan?
Hell no. I'm sorry to hear that. I like Adrian. He's a good boss.
Please, don't tell me you actually believe this jerk-off, Phelps.
Так, мне нужно посмотреть блокнот. Что у нас есть против этого Моргана? Брошенный автомобиль. Брызги крови. Квитанция за живую свинью как раз на Моргана. Очки, бумажник Эдриана Блэка. Кровавленная труба, водонагреватель, квитанция из хук. Футляр для очков, билет на поезд Лос-Анджелеса. Ой, не туда. Врет.
You're lying, Morgan. You were there.
And you're talking out your ass, detective. How about you prove I was out at that rail yard?
Ну, наверное, квитанция. Подписанная Ф. Морган, найдено брошенное. Ну, не, это, кстати, не говорит о том, что он там был. Ну, попробуем.
You were there, Morgan. We found a receipt in the trunk of the car. It has your name on it. We can call the slaughter yard and nail you on it.
All right already. That fool Adrian's fallen for some dame in Seattle. He wanted me to make it look like he'd been attacked.
О, даже так.
Where exactly is Black holed up?
No idea. I think he took off for Seattle.
Сомнения?
I'm tired of your shtick, Morgan.
Spill it, or we take you out in the alley and we knock it out of you.
He's holed up at my place. He's waiting for some money to come through before he blows town.
An address?
It's an apartment house at the corner of Temple and Figueroa. Apartment number 2.
I think that's all.
Два из двух.
Thanks for your help, Morgan. We appreciate it.
Hey, I'm just glad I could help. I love cops.
Cuff him, let him go. It's up to you, Phelps.
Мерзкий
No
тип,
way I'm
да?
writing this idiot up.
Where's that goddamn waitress?
Мерзкий, мерзкий. Короче, пытались сценировать
Let's get over to his apartment.
убийство, я так понимаю. Поехали по адресу. Квартира Моргана, где прячется Эдриан Блэк, или как его? Эврит Блэк.
I've met some pretty good liars in my time. People who sound convincing because they actually believe their own bullshit. Type is clever. Hard to catch out.
Frank Morgan is not one of those people.
No, he is not.
KGPL calling car 11K.
Не-не-не-не-не-не-не.
11K, go ahead.
Message from Technical Services. Blood found in the abandoned Lincoln at the PE Freight Depot is not human. Repeat, not human. Compositional analysis reveals swine as the most likely match.
Roger, KGPL. Time to reel this guy in.
Пришел анализ. Кровь нечеловеческая. Кровь свиньи. Ну, вся вот эта машина окровавленная, это нечеловеческая кровь была. Ишь ты, куда ты прешь-то, господи. Ой, я не туда заехал. На встречку уехал, ладно. По адресу прибыли на квартиру. Так, ну и чё?
Let's check the place out. Come on.
Морган, квартира номер 2.
Apartment 2.
Так он нам, по-моему, там еще в баре сказал, что у него номер 2 квартира. Так, 1-4 налево. Квартира номер 2.
Help you, gentlemen?
А вот
LAPD
его.
detectives, Mr. Black. You're under arrest.
Look, I'm really sorry about this. I never tried to hurt anyone. I just needed to get away from L.A. I won't put up a struggle. Just let me get my things.
I knew it! Phelps, go after him. I'll try and head him off in the car. Remember, the gun is the last resort.
Ах ты зараза.
There's no point running, Adrian.
Фига он быстро бегает. Говорит, сейчас вещи
Mr.
соберу.
Black, get back here right now. It's over, Adrian. Stop right there, Adrian.
Why not just come clean with her, Black? Why the melodrama?
I thought it would be easier.
No, it just got a whole lot harder. Adrian Black, you're under arrest for conspiracy and fraud. We'll see what the DA has to say about wasting police resources on a wild goose chase like this.
You're gonna lose your wife, lose your job, and probably end up in the big house.
I hope she was worth it, Adrian.
Ну тут, я думаю, допрашивать-то не стоит.
That turned out to be quite some case, huh? Adrian, what an idiot. You got an arrest and a clearance in your first case, and in fine style, too. Well done, detective. Efficient investigation technique, good public presence. You keep that up and you learn from Bukowski here, you could go a long way in this department.
Кстати, да, Сань. Имеет место быть. Замечание. Так, отчет по делу. Найден улик 13 из 14, где-то я не нашел чего-то. Правильные ответы, ой, вопросы. Ну, один мы там ошиблись. Эдриан Блэк может готовиться к суду, газеты его порвут. Да, пропустить, а что, зачем нам? К следующему делу.
You have any plans for weekend liberty, Jack?
My sisters have been working in Los Angeles in a bomber factory. They're coming down to visit. I'm meeting them at the station at 6.
Good for you, Jack. Are they cute?
They're my sisters, Hank.
Attention! Final inspection before liberty.
Good job, Kelso.
Are we going somewhere, gentlemen? Full inspection. It had better be exceptional if any of you want liberty this weekend. Kelso, this carbine. The bore is dirty.
No, it isn't.
Are you arguing with me, Kelso?
Do what you need to do, Sergeant. You know the bore is immaculate.
Weekend liberty canceled. 2-day field drill. Clean this rifle.
No.
Do you know the penalty for insubordination, Kelso? Jack, don't do it.
Forget him, Hank. He doesn't have what it takes.
Are you two finished? Are you going to clean this rifle?
No, Sergeant. Cole is right. I'm going to stop playing games and join a rifle company and fight the real enemy.
Попер против начальства. Такие дела. Обвенчанные на небесах. Заканчиваю, да, сейчас. Ну ладно, это мы завтра в натуре посмотрим и пройдем. Ну в целом, я думаю, нормально, да? Пойдет игра. Ой, все, будем завязывать. Игра не будет сохранена, нам не надо. Мы там продолжим с этого момента. Все, всем спасибо за вечер. Спасибо, что пришли, составили компанию. Завтра продолжим. Всем приятного просмотра футбола. Через 5 минут футбол. Кто не будет смотреть, просто спокойной ночи. До завтра. Всем спасибо. 5 за стрим. Оп. Все. Пока-пока. Не пукать, не болеть. Счастливо.